The training wheels are off. The past 2 weeks, Jesus has been kind enough to give us a homily in the gospel and the parable of the sower and also in the parable of the weeds and the wheat. But today, he's leaving it up to me. So let's see how I do. Jesus continues the theme of giving us parables about what the kingdom of heaven is like. Except the parable that interests me the most today is the one in which Jesus does not say what the kingdom of heaven is like. Instead, he says who the kingdom of heaven is like. In his second parable, Jesus says, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant searching for fine pearls. The kingdom is not the pearl, but rather the seeker. So then who is this kingdom of heaven? Who else could it be except Jesus Christ, who fully embodies the reign of God over man, whose divinity is the master over his humanity, who obeys God's will perfectly? If that's the case, then what's the pearl? Or again, a better question, who is the pearl? Because the person that Jesus Christ gave up everything for, the person he was willing to sell everything he had, is you. You are that pearl of great price. And to be clear, when I say you, I'm not saying y'all or yins or humanity or people. Jesus didn't die on the cross because he realized that at the end of the day, there's more good than bad, and that's worth saving. Jesus died for you, specifically, individually. And when he gave up everything, he didn't do that as we say it. When I say I've lost everything, I'm speaking hyperbolically. At most, I'm saying I lost everything that I had, which could be a lot, but it's not as much as what God has. Because he has created everything in heaven and on earth, things visible and invisible, things beyond what we could possibly imagine, and he's given all of that up to become man. And then he gives up even that. He becomes humiliated and beaten. And eventually, when he has nothing left, when even the clothes off his back have been taken from him, he gives up even his life on the cross. And why? For you. Because you are valuable enough to lose everything for. If everyone else in the history of humanity, past, present, and future, were to reject God, were to turn away from him, and decide to never be with him except you, he would do that again in a heartbeat, without a second thought. Because you are worth everything to him. But the kingdom of heaven, then, is not just the merchant. The kingdom of heaven is also the treasure buried in the field. And what is this treasure? This treasure is this everything which Christ gave. His glory, his divinity, his rulership over the world, his humanity, his body, his blood. That treasure we have found here today on the altar in the Eucharist. Everything that Christ has given, he has given to you so that you can have it. So now we are faced with a question. Now that we have found this treasure, now that God has laid it all out for us, now that he has given us everything just to be with us, what are you willing to give to be with him.